My name is Jason Palm. Actually, discipleship and that idea has changed my whole entire life. Right after college, I didn't know what to do. I ended up throwing a dart at a map, moving to Port St. Lucie from Wisconsin. I ended up waking up late on Easter and coming to a local church here, Sunlight Community Church. And there I heard this guy, Scott, preaching out of the Old Testament and the New Testament. It was amazing. And afterwards, something weird happened. He came up and started talking to me like a real person. I'd never had a pastor talk to me like a real person, which was great. He ended up saying something even crazier. He said, "Hey, Jason, would you like to start studying the Bible together, just 1 hour a week?" Well, I fell in love with the Bible through that process. And at one point, Scott said, "Hey, I want you to do this for somebody else." Cue Adam Skolnick. I met him at church the first time that he visited, and he had just started getting plugged into the church, and I was talking to him in the fellowship hall, and he said, "Man, I really just don't know enough about the Bible." And I said, "Hey, Adam, would you be willing to meet 1 hour a week with me?" And from then on, him and I started a discipling relationship.
So when I was growing up, I was raised in a not Christian household. In fact, I was raised in really a not religious household either. We were sort of Hebrew, sort of Jewish, but sort of not anything. And it wasn't until my daughter needed a place to go to school for VPK that I found Sunlight. And it wasn't until my life sort of fell apart, you hit rock bottom, that I encountered Christ. And I did that through the ministry of Sunlight Christian Academy, where my daughter was attending VBS. I started going to church here, started meeting people and talking to people, and it became really apparent to me that the community that I was now a part of is what was going to be the difference maker and help me to see Christ the way that Christ wants to be seen and calls us to live. What I realized is we're not meant to do things alone. Nothing good happens in isolation, and so I started seeking people who I could relate to, who were similar to me in different ways that I could find and grow in my understanding of the Bible. And that's how I encountered what discipleship really was, is one-on-one relationships. And that's when I met Pastor Jason. We just started discussing the Bible and discussing all of the different materials. And it was so exciting to learn and see my faith come alive. And I knew that what Jason did for me was something I had to do for other people. I felt this passion for discipleship that I just couldn't let go of. And it's now such an intricate part of my day. I have the joy now of seeking out people to disciple, and actually through my kids attending youth group at the school, I found this couple, Josh and Rosie, and started talking to Josh, who has a very similar upbringing to me as far as his Jewish culture and his family, and he was seeking and he wanted to understand more about the Bible, and he didn't really know how to have a relationship with Jesus, and I just felt like this was the guy. And so I started meeting with Josh once a week, and it's just been amazing.
Hello, my name is Josh. A little bit about me, kind of similar to Adam. I grew up in a family that, we were Jewish, or are Jewish, and always, kind of followed in the faith of being Jewish and raising my children, both, or trying to. I sent my children to VPK here at Sunlight, and I always loved how they'd come home full of the Spirit and just fulfilled, and it just always made me kind of curious. My wife also, her being Christian, was always injecting the ideas into me and just kind of like, a little nudge here, a little nudge there, but not wanting to push me too much. Adam intrigued me because of the similar background. So we started, going to lunch and talking to each other, and he got me involved in the 222 discipleship, and was able to answer a lot of questions and help me grow as a Christian, because I didn't know that I wanted to become a Christian or that I was leaning toward becoming a Christian. I just knew that I had all sorts of questions with nowhere to go for answers, and this program and Adam had a lot of answers for those questions. So thankfully, because I got involved, I realized that yes, I am a Christian, and I think that other people should join us and get to know God and get to know the glory that He offers us every day. It really has changed my life and my understanding of just where I am and how much God is there in my life to push me in that direction. So in growing through the 222 discipleship, me and my family had discussed many things, including bringing it and growing it forward. And we decided as a family together to get baptized this last fall, and just kind of bring everything together and as a family grow in Christ and cement that foundation that we have in Christ so that we can continue to grow together and continue to help others grow as well.